5 minutes. I'm going to start talking conditioning. We don't have a whole lot of conditioning in here, and it's on purpose. It doesn't take a lot of fitness to go on one of these graduation trips. I don't want you to get scared or worried that you're not going to be fit enough. These graduation trips are short. They're 5 miles one way, so 10 miles over the course of 2 days, and very little elevation gain. And relatively, Packwood Lake, I think, has 400 feet across the whole trip. Stampede Pass at the Stirrup Lake, I think we're looking at 1,200 feet of elevation gain over the course of 5 miles. And for reference, Badger is about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. But that's over the course of 1.5 miles to 3 miles, depending on what trail you do. So I say, if you can hike Badger twice in one day, you can backpack 5 miles. And I don't mean twice back to back. I mean, if you are fit enough to go up there in the morning, up and down, and then go back there in the afternoon, up and down, you can probably backpack 5 miles, as long as you pack right and you don't have your 50 to 60 pound pack. Right here, we're going to see my buddy Jared with a prime example of why trekking poles are great for those early spring hikes when the snow is melting and the creeks are rising. However, the more fit you are, the more pleasant the experience will be. And I'm going to use Jared as an example. He's a big runner, big into CrossFit, very fit, big biker too, I'm pretty sure. Definitely can outrun me and outbike me, all that stuff. But he doesn't do hiking specific training. So when we did our Wonderland Trail trip, his knees were killing him after the 3rd day. So, and the Wonderland Trail is a pretty up and down trail. It's 97 miles long, 97 or 93. It's 90 plus miles long, and it's a lot of up and down. And we were doing about 12 to 15 miles per day. We're not going to do a graduation trip like that, but it is important to get out there and do hiking specific training, to carry a pack, go up and down Badger, walk around the block. However, don't overdo it right now. This is week 1. There are several weeks, 8 weeks, maybe more, depending on the COVID. Right now, we're going to be optimistic and say 8 weeks. And don't start too much. Don't go out and bite off more than you can chew, like Mabel with her big stick there. So start small. You know, if you have a training specific plan, you have your own workout thing, keep doing that, and maybe throw in your training pack going every once in a while. If you're just on the couch, just start small with like 30 minutes of walking 3 times per week. Add 10% either distance or weight per week. When you get your packs, don't overdo it. I can't say that enough. Nobody should be training with more than 35 pounds in your pack. For example, I'm training to climb Mount Rainier this year. All right, my training plan, which I've used successfully to do Mount Rainier twice before, never gets heavier than 35 pounds in my pack. You don't need to go crazy to train to backpack. So, and the same philosophy applies. When you start out with your pack, start out with like 5 or 10 pounds and only add 10% per week. And I talked about with my buddy Jared, there's a difference between training and exercising. You can exercise a lot and be in very good shape, but if you haven't been training specifically for what you're doing, you might be surprised with how you come out on the trail.
Hey, quick question.
Now we're going to, yes.
Thank you. Question from the class. The conditioning, would you say if you can hike Badger in twice in a day, are you talking canyon trail or any trail? Do you like, there's a couple long ones?
I would go any trail.
Okay.
I would say any trail. I know Skyline's longer than Canyon Trail. Canyon Trail's steeper. if you do more research on it, maybe I'll put it in the follow-up email. Andrew Skirka is kind of a world-renowned backpacker. He no longer plans his trips by mileage because he can do 30 miles in a day on most trips. But he no longer plans his trips by mileage. He plans them by elevation gain. So, and his philosophy is that, 5,000 to 7,000 feet of change in elevation is an average day.
Okay, thank you. Those are the squiggly lines on the map.
Those are the squiggly lines on the map.